Good morning, everybody. Well, it's morning here anyways, so well, we're headed uptown. We're gonna go over to this gentleman's place and look at a, what are we looking at, Tom? I kind of forgot right now. It happens.
It's decelerator pedal for a Dozer. The guy wants one built. But got the plate cut and we go out and measure where the pedal's got to come through the plate. And get the dimensions of the pedal, what it needs to be.
So we're gonna go ahead and bring you guys along with us for the ride, and who knows, you never know what we might see too. Oh. Let's see if we can pull in that shot of that really nice, beautiful snow-covered mountain in the background. It's actually really gorgeous and real. It would be kind of nice if we could have you guys riding right along with us. Today is just a really beautiful day out here. The sun is out just a little bit, and the nice clouds in the sky.
That cabin sat down there in the hole.
Yeah, isn't that gorgeous? I don't know if the audience can see it all the way down there, however, it is really a gorgeous place. It's just sitting right there above what is called the Smelkameen River, and there's actually a train trestle right there, and they've turned it into a walkway, a walking path, so that you can go for a stroll and enjoy the scenery and everything. There's actually people down there on it right now, but it's too far away to show you guys. Yeah, and that trail, it just happens to be called the Smelkameen Trail. This here is our local golf course here in Oroville.
Way up here in the middle of nowhere. Do not comply. Got a snow sled there for his wife to pull. A little tight. Just a little.
So what exactly are you doing here, Tom?
This has got to poke up through the floor. This is the decelerator. You push this down and it activates this right here and pushes it down. The throttle's all the way off right now. And that's on. You push that down and it's your decelerator. When you get in a tight spot, you can take the throttle off of it, and so you can work a little easier and not be so dangerous. But whoever they got this from did not have this plate, did not have the pedal, so I'm making a plate and a pedal assembly for him. Tight right there.
It's gonna be comfortable. So it'll grow one way or the other. But I know it sits up just like a handle almost, and it's
Just two. One. Isn't that part of the area where it burnt last year?
Yeah.
Several thousand acres burned up here. So I'm just marking this up right now for the H plate for the shifter pattern on the Dozer. It didn't have one on it, so they asked me to build one, so that's what I'm doing.
You making us some money over there, Michael?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know how it goes.
I do, bro. Hoorah. All right, so yeah, Michael's working on this project that we got. Tom is still working on the way to report these guys to that text line. I'm trying to get this next video edited out. Things are good, guys. Life is good. Life is what we make it. You know, there's always gonna be problems, setbacks, difficulties. People that see people trying to do right and good, and they're gonna get into it. The main thing is to not let them drag us into their level, to keep cool heads and to do the next right thing. You know, I'm filming this with Tom's 10. You might notice my eye line is way out because I cannot get used to, I love the GoPro 10, don't get me wrong. I can't get used to this framing camera. It's like, how's my hair? All right, we better let Michael get back to work over there. He's waiting to grind until I'm done talking.
No hurry. No hurry, no hurry. It's all good.
Hoorah, Michael.
And yeah, you know, you just got to remember that the best revenge is success. So we can just let everybody settle and then we just rise above. That's all we can do. Just let the stuff lie down, you know.
Hoorah.
So right here I'm setting up for a plate to put on the floorboard of an old Dozer. This gentleman come in to me, it didn't have the decelerator pedal and it didn't have the plate. So I found some scrap around here and was able to cut the new plate out. And of course I cut the hole right here to put the decelerator rod through, and I'm getting ready to build the section here for the footrest, and of course, this is, I'm gonna make the decelerator pedal out of this. So it's on a machine that's from, I don't know, from the 1960s. So we can't even buy the right part anymore. So, and it was a little different style. It was a hand brake or hand decelerator instead of a foot decelerator. So I'm gonna convert it into a foot decelerator, and hopefully this goes well. And I'm just disassembling this piece here that we're going to use. Hopefully the whole thing slides in a minute. I've got to get this over to here. That way I have something to weld to. There, I got that over. So I need a screwdriver.
You're so pretty. Yes. It's so cool. She thinks that she's like 500 pounds. Whenever anything is going on, she is on it.
Yeah, she's all over it all the time. Can't tell. I don't see a keeper there, do you?
No, I don't see a keeper.
Oh, right there.
Yep. It's just buried under there. Okay.
You got a keyway, so I got to drive that out.
Okay.
Then take the keyway out. And I can slide it over because it doesn't matter on this. The whole thing can rotate on that piece. So I'm redesigning. This used to turn, have a key on here and it'd turn what was over here, but I don't need that anymore. So I got a vision in my head. I tried to explain it. It's kind of hard to explain some things, so I just end up showing it.
I love that. I find that's also a great metaphor for life. You know, so many people say things but then never do them, and other people do them and never say them, and that just shows so much better.
Yep, so now I'm just going to square that up.
All right.
I'll tack it.
All right.
I'll tack the other one. And I'll stand it up, tack it in place. Then I'm going to set it on the floor. And I know about where the seat is on the machine, and I'll set on it and make sure it feels right
Okay.
before I continue.
Okay. Totally cool. Now I'm gonna go to the gym here in a minute. I'm just gonna help you out with this here. I gotta go lift some weights, guys. So I'm excited.
Lift some for me.
Yeah, I got you, Tom. Well, you lift enough around here, bro.
I mean, I get plenty of exercise.
Yeah.
I just don't eat much.
I know. I've been watching your diet, bro. Tom's got, he just got out of surgery not long ago. You know, he's trying to get stuff back on track, really. And I've been able to watch. You're very inspiring. That's the reason I'm trying to do better too, Tom. You know?
COVID almost killed me twice. So.
Dude.
So after the COVID, when I blew up, and I just, the steroids and all the crap they put me on, not to struggle to get it off. So
yeah,
I'm working on it.
I got you. I tell you, I can see it. I can see you losing it in your face first, bro.
Yeah, I lost a lot of things in my face yesterday. That's another story.
Oh, yeah. Here we go, guys.
Oh, I kind of need one of these, don't I?
All right, guys, we're trying to see if we can get you your own welding helmet right now. Hang on. Where's one of those Scott paper towels?
No, why didn't you set it on the DeWalt box?
Oh, well, it's a higher eye line. So when I'm doing something like close up like this, what I want to do is keep the camera at the same eye line as what I'm using, basically. So if we move, I'll go to the DeWalt box facing you this way. I like to shoot off of whatever I have present. What's really neat about this, guys, is that Tom is teaching me how to weld. He's teaching me mechanic stuff and everything, and in return, I'm teaching him about like camera stuff and all. It's what do they call that? It starts with an S. Synergy. It's when one thing feeds the next or something.
I think I start with the seat on it.
Does it? Well, you know better than I do.
But the Scott box it's the right height.
One more time.
The Scott box is the right height.
Yeah, for this for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we got your helmet, my helmet. Here we go.
Let's see if this works. So we're just doing some tack. With my hand in the way. Just give it 3 little tacks and then I can take it off pretty easy.
Okay. Now I'm gonna have to. Their helmets. Y'all's helmet is not going to work. I feel all Darth Vader in this thing while I'm talking to you. So what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna try and keep y'all at the right distance so that you don't wind up with sparks on Tom's lens. Okay, here we go, guys.
It looks about right. Why wouldn't it?
Why wouldn't it?
Always when you're in a bind or you're in a hurry or whatever, it pushed it off a little bit.
I see.
I can straighten it.
Okay.
I weld it up. See?
Yep. Oh, I see. I use some safety glasses here for y'all guys instead. Just protecting that lens. All right, you're good.
That's for that.
Haha, nice. Totally cool, Tom.
I'm tired of that falling on the
Yeah, I want to show him that. And then I'm going to head up to the gym before I start losing light.
Yeah.
This is going to be a couple day project. How many days you fear till we get this on the machine?
Oh, I'm going to try to get out there tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
But I'll have to go out and fit it, and I'll probably have to come back and the holes are a guesstimation. I measured, and then I measured, and I measured.
Okay.
And I put it to where the measurement was, but you know how that is.
I do.
So, and
Okay.
all this cut affects it, this cut affects it.
Okay.
So it might be off that much. So,
By like 1/8 of an inch.
and I'll just take I got a step bit
Okay.
I'll take with me,
Nice. Okay.
which,
That'll just punch the hole where you need it, right?
I love these bits.
Let's go look at this, guys.
It's called a step bit.
Oh, yeah.
So if this hole's if it's not exactly right, you can go with the next size bigger, and most of the time your bolt will cover that hole. It gives you a little playroom. Instead of fighting it, you can just make it a little bigger.
Yes. Okay, that makes total sense. All right, cool. Well, y'all guys have fun here with Tom. I'm gonna run up to the gym, and we'll kick this back off again here a little bit later. Hoorah!
So what I've done here, I took a 1132 bit, or excuse me, 1164 bit, and drilled a hole. And now I'm tapping it with a 3/8 fine, which is the same thread as a grease fitting. So when I get this tapped out, then it'll be ready to install the pin back in it, and then I can weld it back up on this piece once I get everything squared away. So that ought to be plenty of thread. So it's that easy. We took a shaft that was fixed in place in this pedal, and made it to where it moves. Put a grease fitting in it so you can grease it and keep it moving. So I went over to the cutoff wheel a while ago, and my battery died on me. So you missed part of it. But what I done, I cut this long pedal down to this and put it together here. So where it goes,
What's here?
just like this right here on this plate. pedal goes on here. So I'm gonna end up drilling a hole here for the rod that runs to the decelerator system on the dozer. So I'm gonna pull this back out, lay it down, tack it together. I'm gonna tack all this together and then we'll take it out there tomorrow and double check and make sure it fits. Sometimes I have a bad habit of welding things solid, and then you got to come back and cut it apart, and it's a real pain. So we're just going to tack it together tonight, and then we'll be able to go out tomorrow and check it out. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to weld this up. I'm not going to tack this on, because I need to know where this placement is for this rod that comes out. Make sure it fits right on the foot.
Well, it's looking good, Tom.
Yeah, we're still getting there. I can get this set in place.
Yeah, is there somewhere I can help you? Hang on, I got this video process now. If you need me to hold something.
Well, I think
I've got my mask, but I can close my eyes. Don't got my mask. I don't have my
it's
mask.
nighttime, it'll still burn you.
Okay. Oh, really? Even with my eyes closed?
Yeah, it'll burn your face.
Whoa.
The light reflects in the dark.
Okay, okay. Now I'll let you do this.
So now it's tacked up, mocked up. I think it's going to be about that position right there, but we won't know for sure. This is what it's going to look like. So I'm thinking right in this area, right in here, I'm going to be drilling a hole for that rod. So that'll put this placement, which we'll show that later.
All right, see what you got going on, Tom. Yeah. And I love the way you just pull that out of your head and you make it so.
Yeah. Here's another piece of something we pulled off a machine and repurpose, right? That's what we do. Hopefully the client likes it as much as I do right now.
I'm sure he will.
Peanut, what are you doing? Huh? You want some Dr. Pepper? You want some Dr. Pepper? This is one of my baby girl's favorite drinks. So we're not advertising this just for Matt. It's for Nikki. Peanut. Okay, that's enough for now. She's my baby girl. I think that will work right there. Now you come down and see if the other placement is going to be right. course, that's got to go down. I got to do a little bit of adjusting to get that in. Anywhere right in there is going to be perfect. All right, stay tuned. We'll get her set up. This is, for some reason, this is one of Peanut's favorite places to ride when we're driving. I don't know if it's because of the warmth out of the heater or what, but she loves being up there. So now we got our measurements. Know all the adjustments that I need to make. I've got to trim this out right here still a little bit, but I know where all this needs to go, and I can weld up and be done with this section. So let me get started. So as you saw there, I tacked 4 corners to keep it from drawing real hard. So I've got this where I need it. I had a little angle that I had to deal with on a twist and a tilt. So I got that in place. Now I know everything else is ready, so I can finish welding everything up. Yeah, I think it's a bit welded on this, so normally this pan's a bigger than a 1/2 inch solid steel. Normally you're supposed to preheat for 400, but being there's no structure on this, all this is on the pedal, let it break, it'll be fine, it will not break. So that concludes this for right now. Actually, it does not. I put this on. I don't know if you saw it on the machine. Those two, the steer handles, the brakes are right here. So the pedal actually needs to be behind, but I'm going to cheat a little, that's why I weld down on an angle. So we'll do this real quick. So this is now in place. So what's going to happen? There's a rod that's going to connect to that hole right there, which is connected to the acceleration rods, foot pedal that goes to the handle. So when this pushes down, it pushes that rod down. It's like just opposite of what your car does. So it will decelerate the machine where you slow and get yourself out of a dangerous situation. So you can see right there where I had the grease fitting. So when this cools, I'll grease this. That way it don't get stuck. You get weather in there outside, it'll rust up and get stuck. So if I grease in it, it can't rust. Normally this pin's bigger than a 1/2 inch, solid steel. Normally you're supposed to preheat to 400. But being that there's no structure on this, all this is doing is holding the pedal. I didn't preheat it. It'll be fine. It will not break. So that concludes this for right now. Actually, it does not. I have to put this on. I don't know if you saw out there on the machine, those the steer handles, the brakes are right here. So the pedal actually needs to be behind it, but I'm gonna cheat it a little. That's why I welded that on at an angle. So I'm gonna weld this up real quick. So this is now in place. So what's going to happen? There's a rod that's going to connect to that hole right there, which is connected to the acceleration rods. Foot pedal, it goes to the handle. So when this pushes down, it pushes that rod down. It's like just opposite of what your car does. So it will decelerate the machine where you slow and get yourself out of a dangerous situation. So you can see right there where I added the grease fitting. So when this cools, I'll grease this. That way it don't get stuck. You get weather in there outside, it'll rust up and get stuck. So if I put grease in it, it can't rust. So this is now in place. So what's going to happen, there's a rod that's going to connect to that hole right there, which is connected to the acceleration rods, the foot pedal. It goes to the handle. So when this pushes down, it pushes that rod down, and it's like just the opposite of what your car does. So it will decelerate the machine to where you can slow and get yourself out of a dangerous situation. So you can see right there where I added the grease fitting. So when this cools, I'll grease this. That way it don't get stuck. You know, get weather in there outside, it'll rust up and get stuck. So if I put grease in it, it can't rust. So now I've got all this put together. I forgot to turn the camera on a while ago, but I took my wall grinder and rounded all these edges right here. So when the guy gets in with his rubber boots, he don't tear his rubber boots. And now we're going to see if the grease fitting works. Use my little. I love this grease gun. I found this attachment here for it online, and it's the best thing that I've ever found. You pull it back and you turn it sideways, you can get in at an angle. I just love this thing. Then it gives you an extension where you can stay away from, you don't have to get right up in what you're doing either. Just like that, got grease coming. I'll put a little extra in it. Just like that. Hopefully this guy likes this. It turned out better than what I envisioned. So I appreciate y'all watching. So what I got here is the other plate that was on the floor of that dozer. I'm gonna turn the pump on here. You might not be able to hear me, but I'm gonna use this press. Let's see if I can press these dents out of it, put it back flat. I know it's not completely flat, but it needs a little bit of bend in it before it goes, and it's way better than it was. So Mike and I are getting ready to head out, go to install the floor plate right here. And we've also got tools together that we're going to need for the job. DeWalt drill, DeWalt light, DeWalt grinder. So we're going to be headed out there shortly and be putting it back together. So we just finished up over here. Another job. Another satisfied customer.